Hello, I'm Emmanuel Bach. I'm back with the 2-minute masterclass, and today it's Achron Hebrew Melody. I think part of the secret of this piece lies in this beautiful sincerity about the main melody, and we really need to communicate the main theme of the music, which is grief, loss. Achron dedicated it to the memory of his father, and it's really full of a sense of loss and grief and pain. The opening melody really needs to sing, and the secret to that is in the bow and in the vibrato. We need to really find a sound that is very, very sincere, and we need to, while making a strong contact with the string, keep the bow flowing. You may find, actually, depending on which version you're playing, that there are slightly different dynamic markings. There's a version by Auer, and there's also a version by Heifetz, which has, on the whole, more intense dynamic markings and some different bowings. So I would advise exploring that if you can. It's very interesting to compare them. In the Heifetz version, it's marked forte with a full and lamenting tone, and we really need to find that sound right from the start, like this. So that those opening notes really speak, and we immediately feel this beautiful sincerity and simplicity of the melody. When it comes slightly later, piano, I think we need to try and find a sense of regret, and that's here. And note that we can use a slightly faster vibrato, so it gives a more kind of fluttering sound, which has this sense of like a heart with a sense of trepidation and loss. And we really need to communicate these contrasts. In the beginning, I think the slides on the whole can be quite heavy and full, the glissandi that is, whereas when it comes slightly later, we can be a little bit more sensitive and slightly less heavy. Another word to you is about the passage work, which comes later on, and that's at the climax, particularly here. It really benefits to practice slowly and feeling the rhythm in the left hand. Of course, starting separate bows is a really good idea, like this. And feeling the accents that are in the score and the changes of melodic grouping, that really helps. And then practicing it in triplets as well, and all the time feeling like the bow arm is flowing, so that we feel like we're en route to something which is legato rather than something that's actually separate. We need to really feel like we're connecting up the bows. Then, of course, later on we have this really haunting recollection of the opening mood here. And we want the sense that the sound is really crying here, even more than the opening, which is lamenting. This is really crying. And the violin is an instrument that can do that particularly well. And so it just pays to keep the bow moving and keep this this kind of glistening intensity to the vibrato, which we really, really need. And it's a very different kind of intensity to the opening. Whereas the opening is full and full of sorrow, this is in a world beyond regret. It's a world full of a world beyond pain. And of course we end on a sense of utter desolation and hopelessness. So we really need to communicate this sense of hopelessness, and also the fact that it's a Hebrew, a Jewish melody, and this Jewish slant which the melody has, and we hear right from the start, this descending line and the semitones that's really essential to communicating in this music. That's all for today.